Tell me what you want to. I'ma give you that. See my life falling for you. You're the one I want, baby. Say that you love me, love me.
Welcome to another episode. In today's episode, we have one of the biggest music producers in the region. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
I'm Augusto, a music producer, a sound engineer, and anything to do with sound is what I do.
Okay. He's being a bit modest, but we are so glad that we could get to have you today in this episode. So basically, I want to understand the journey. Did you always love music? Is this something you always wanted to do?
Yeah, music. I started as a musician, an artist, and then went into music production because I felt like I needed to. I loved sound, so I felt like I really wanted to know how to produce music.
Okay. So for you to learn how to produce music, did you go to school or did you learn from someone or something like that?
I learned from someone, but more from the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube. Mostly YouTube, but for you to be a good producer, you have to have somebody you look up to.
Okay.
And somebody mwenye anakusaidia kujua. Okay. Yes.
Did you stop being an artist completely when you became a producer?
You know, in music, when you do two things, lazima moja itashinda nyingine.
Okay.
So I went more into music production than being an artist.
Okay. And this journey of being a producer, what would you say is the difference between the time that you started and right now in 2023?
When I started, things were a bit difficult. You know, finding a studio, even the opportunity to find a studio. We only had one studio in town, na ilikuwa ya kanisa, Interior. So that's where I used to record. And then we used to record at night, because now during the day it's choirs. So it was hard, but times have changed. 10 years later, I can even have studios in the house.
Yeah.
So people are getting, this time it's easier for artists compared to that time when you were starting.
Okay. And let's talk basically about the music scene in Gusii region as a whole. Let's talk about music from before, the music that we understand. What do we call them? The likes of Vanasungusia and, you know, the
Benga music.
Yes, the
original
music.
sound they had. Yeah.
Yes, the original Kisii sound and what we have right now, the kind of music we have right now. What's the difference? Which one do you like best?
Apparently, I listen to Benga more than I listen to this.
Okay.
This modern music, because initially the music was ilikuwa inafanywa na the original instruments,
Yes.
the guitars, the drums. If you compare the music that was then and the music we are doing now, that one sticks in the mind because of the natural feel it had. That's why rumba inasikizwa mpaka sahi.
Yes.
It's because of the instruments, the raw factor, the Africanism. But well, things need to change. So that's why the sounds have changed. But still, hata ukisikia what we're doing now, we are trying to incorporate the guitars, but zimeletwa into the computer now.
Okay.
Yeah. but with time zina lose the natural feel, but still you can enjoy the music.
Would you say that having these instruments in computers and not really having someone play it in real time is taking the soul out of music, so that it's not feeling like, there's a feeling that music gives you, like you feel like you're alive?
Yeah.
Does it take away from that, so that we have music where you listen to it and you're very hyped, but it doesn't really get to your soul?
Yeah, that's why the current state of affairs in terms of music mean you listen to a song and it fades away. Some other song comes. But the traditional songs, some of the songs za kitambo, they still stay because of the instruments. Zilikuwa zinachezwa live. There is something about live music and you always replace na computer.
Okay. But you're majorly a producer of this new kind of music. Do you ever talk to your artist about considering to, go back to the basics, or go back
apparently we are doing that's where we are going back to. Like MC Miggy released a song recently, and we incorporated the Benga music in it. So we are going back to the roots. Yeah.
Okay. And let's talk about artists in the region, the ones that have established themselves and the ones that you see that are upcoming. How is it to work with, like, let's speak about the established artists. How is it to work with them in the studio?
An established artist, it's easier to work with him or her because they know the basics, they know what they want, and they already have their sound. So the new artists, when you're wanakuja, the problem comes in where they want to copy a sound because maybe they have listened to some artist, that artist inspire. So wanataka kuimba kama yeye. So that's the challenge, yeah? So that's why when a good artist, wakati a new artist anakuja, akikuja na a new sound, definitely huyo msanii ataenda mbele. We had the likes of Superboy. Superboy came with a new sound yake peke yake. Na akapata niche kwa industry. So ile kitu yenye even as advise people is you come with your sound, something unique about yourself, so that you try to sound like somebody else.
Yes.
That's how people will appreciate your music.
So we have a problem with new artists not having original sounds and trying to copy other artists.
Exactly.
And you have been in this industry for how many years?
10 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yes. Would you ideally, because I do believe that most of our parents, the way we were raised, art wasn't something that they readily embraced. Like they wouldn't tell you, it's okay for you to be a music producer because it's something they didn't understand at the time. Yeah. How did you navigate that with your own parents? Were they supportive from the word go?
My mom was so supportive. My dad hakuwa anataka muziki sana. But well, with time, aliona sense. Because my first paycheck ile imekuja mzuri came from music. So, but still I had to go to school, do whatever I had to do, come back with the papers, then pursue my
music.
Yes. So my mom ali appreciate the music. Akanibuy even some stuff to start with my sister also. I think mi nilisupportiwa. Yeah.
Okay. So is music something you would, ideally advise a young person? Because considering the time when you started 10 years ago, the economy wasn't what it is right now.
Yeah.
And I think it was more forgiving. I can say that in that sense.
Yeah.
But right now it is like on a very different level. Would you advise someone in this age to actually take up music?
Yeah, I would advise somebody to take music because if you look at these other professions, okay, people say profession inalipa, but talent inalipa more. Because if you look at the industry, watu wenye wako na pesa mingi ni artists, the likes of akina Jay-Z. Watu wanakimbia, they have a lot of money. So ini scene yenye iko, it's a big cake. Na when you come up with your own thing, watu wakukubali, you'll make a lot of money.
No, watu wasipokubali. Because that is very possible, you know.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Because a lot of people in this space have tried to come out as artists. You see someone trying, releasing music, people don't receive it well, and then, you know, they just...
But when you follow the right procedure, when you're doing music, you will definitely make money out of it. Yeah.
Would you say making money in music isn't really about talent and it's basically about knowing the system and working it?
Talent comes first because you have to have the product. The quality product, umeimba vizuri, ama umeact vizuri, ama umefanya nini. Then, from there, you build on the product by kuifanyia video poa. Then, we sell huko nje. You know, people hata wajui kuuza mziki. There are people out there wenye auskiji nao, but they are making a fortune out of music. This is because wanajua mali wanaingilia, ma streams, manini, wanatengeneza pesa mingi sana.
Has music changed your life, and in what ways?
Yeah, music imechange life yangu. One, at least inakupatia some respect kwa society. Because now, you're not like anybody else. Hiyo inakuanga sana sana kwa artists kuliko producer.
Yes.
But unaonekana kama somebody very important in the society. That's one. Two, imenifanya nikapatana na watu wengi sana. You know, music, hata president akikuja somewhere, and then when an artist mwenye umehit in that region, wewe kumfika karibu ni easier than
easy, yes.
You see. So music imenipeleka places probably singeenda na profession yangu. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if you're comfortable talking about this, but how do you juggle your profession and being a producer at the same time? Because I do understand that you do both.
Yeah, I do both. So, me as a producer, I work half a day. Na pia na work half a week. Okay. So, I do my sessions from morning to noon, then from noon kwenda mbele, naingia job. Ama the inverse. Naweza fanya job kutoka asubuhi, then I do my sessions in the afternoon.
Okay, so you have found a way to make it work.
Yeah, it always works. So the music, tuseme naifanya, iko tu na time yake in a day. Yeah.
There is a part of your life that I really wanted to show. That I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do that. But also talk about how, you know, music has been able to open doors for you to venture into other, I don't know if I'd call them industries. Is it industries? Yes.
So, for instance, the farm I told you about. So, with music nimetembea na wasi.
Yes.
So, ukitembea na watu, somebody takes you to his or her home, then una realize mtu amejipanga differently. Now you borrow the ideas from there. So with that, nika create farm. Na kitu poa inakupatia some space yenye ni different from ile kitu ya kawaida umezoea. Inakupatia feel different. Uki interact na animals. Na inakupatia tu feel different sana.
So it's your way of unwinding
exactly.
from, you know, the
because
busy life here.
I don't do the farming kama for business. It's majorly something ukifika kwa farm uchinje kambuzi hapo, you enjoy yourself, and then you enjoy looking at the animals. I guess one day tutatembea huko.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to see that setup because you have spoken about it before. And I also wanted to ask, as a producer, because someone mentored you, is there someone you have under your wing that you are trying to mentor, either an artist or someone in production?
Mentor wase wengi sana, ni venye maybe watu wajui.
Yeah.
But producer Ray, sijui kama unajua producer Ray?
Yes, I do. Producer
Ray nilimchukua from where he was. Then nikamfunza, we still work with him. But sahi ameji establish, he's doing his thing. Hadi mimi mtumianga some clients, so then mentor pia nani naweza sema. A whole lot of people, Bruce in Nairobi, Vince on the beat. Sahi anafanya na calligraph kwa studio yake. So yeah.
You have mentored talents. Okay. And because I know when music is produced, it has to go into certain spaces like, you know, the YouTube, the Facebook and the likes for it to really get to audiences. How much of that space do you understand, like the social media bit of marketing?
So YouTube ndio inakuanga, ndio watu wengi wanajua, though ndio ina underpay kuliko almost all the sites. So wase wangekuwa wana embrace hizi streaming sites zingine, I think ziko na yeah, hata si traffic, but zinalipa better than YouTube. But again, YouTube ndio wase wengi wanaweza access. I think that's why watu wengi wameiegemea.
Okay. And we have seen over time that we have, you know, artists that come up. They're really talented. They're, you know, doing amazing work. People have accepted their work. And then suddenly something happens and, you know, they either become addicted to drugs and suddenly they can't be found. They, you know, how would you advise that artist, someone who has lost their identity just because they came into a space and fame came and they didn't know how to handle it? So
me, what I can say about that is, you know, music comes with a lot of things. So music inakupatia exposure, inakuleta huku nje, like now you're against the world. Umejileta kwa the world. So ukifika kwa hiyo space utapatana na walevi. Mostly that's one of the things yenye utapatana nao in music, because you will perform in the clubs and then music goes hand in hand with pombe and all that. So definitely utapatana na walevi na watakwambia onja kidogo. There are those people will come and tell you ukishaguza kidogo ukiingia kwa stage unaua, you know. So then kuna women. So music also ukifika pale itakuletea hiyo aspect ya you are a celebrity and people want to
be associated with
you. So and then when those two things come, that's the beginning of your downfall in music. So unapata artist ameacha kuja studio cause alilewa jana, leo ako na hangia hizi imba. Alikuwa na dem fulani ameamka asubuhi ako naye lazima atoke saa 6 saa 7 hizi kuja studio. So una lose the focus. But ukiweza overcome hizo vitu as an artist, utakuwa successful. That one is for sure, because especially industry yetu ya Kisii, kuna a few people, I won't mention, but I think pombe imewalemea. But they are good artists. Ni wase wenye walikuwa promising, but bado wako na chance apparently. So sometimes nawaita, I talk to them. I guess things will be right. Yeah.
So do you think there is a need to have, you know, someone that the artist can talk to? Like, you know, like almost like a support group in a way, for if we can have, you know, something like the established artist talking to the new artist about what it is to be in this space.
So there's a rift between the established artists and the upcoming artists. So the established artists wanna feel our saying inferior, hata our feel kupatana na wao. And then these young artists pia wao wana feel hawa sio wako na madharau. So hakuna siku wao watu watamit, because we have tried. Tumejaribu sana kufanya watu wapatane, but ni wachache sana wana appreciate hawa artists wadogo, na hawa artists wadogo ni wachache sana wanaweza kubali ati these people can support them. But if we really supported each other, because pate mtu kama Babu ako na mafans wake maybe 100,000, huyu pia ako na mafans wake, wakiweza join vizuri tutakuwa na industry poa sana. People will make money, people will enjoy doing music.
So because people are choosing to work, you know, it's almost against each other.
Exactly.
That is why most of the artists, especially because it's the ones who are really suffering from this are the upcoming ones, because the established artist is okay. So if you're upcoming and you don't have the backing that you need, you will fail. Probably
you will fail. But it's all about the fans. Unajua fans pia wakikukubali, the big artist ana say.
Yes.
So but there is need for us to support each other. Yeah.
Would you say the government, well, let's not even talk about the national government, let's talk about the government on the ground right now. Has it been supportive of artists, you know, giving opportunities to artists to really thrive and the likes?
Apparently, more than ever, this is the only time government ilikuja juzi. Ndio unaona ina support, ina try to support the artists. Because at least kila event ya governor inakuwa somewhere, utapata a young artist ameitwa na ama artist wakubwa. So na at least wanalipwa something yenye ina make sense, yeah. So tunaambia governor pia endelee kutusupport, na endelee kabisa kutusupport. Na alikuwa na initiative ya kuanzisha a studio. So I don't know mali imefikia, but ilikuwa initiative poa. Na pia naweza advise hawa watu, maybe they can do something where the artists meet, wana exchange ideas nini, something like a theater or something, kitu kama hiyo. Itakuwa kitu poa sana. Yeah.
Okay. There's something else I wanted to ask and I have forgotten. But yes, I wanted to ask about the national government. I do understand there are some programs that have been running over a period of time. I don't know, PPMC?
Yeah, PPMC
is under the national government.
Yeah, it's under the national government.
What can you say about that?
PPMC, let's say from the time they came to our county, kutoka hapo onwards wamekuwa wakifanya job poa, because wamekuwa reach the artists directly. So, kwa kila event pia inafanyika, wana reach out the artists, wanafanya song, they work with the artist. Na hiyo na they pay well also, so I can say the national government under PPMC through PPMC wanna to support sana.
Okay. And your sessions, would you say you charge the same for an upcoming artist and an established artist for a session to record with you?
Apparently yes, I charge the same, but unaweza patana na artist mwenye hana kitu. But then amefika studio, amekutafuta sana, you know. Akona talent kabisa ile yenye unajua huyu is a good artist. Sometimes we help. Tunawapatia some free sessions, others. So it all depends with vile artist anakuja.
Yes.
But charges zetu zinakuanga ni constant. Yeah. Atulipishi artist mdogo pesa kidogo ama artist mkubwa pesa kidogo. No. They all pay the same. Yeah.
I have heard before that some artists felt like they were being exploited. Like you would go to a club, you perform, they give you liquor, they don't pay you. And in a way, that kind of destroyed the market for artists, because then another artist, if they come and they have demands, you're like, this is my rate card. It became a problem because I think you remember the time when the rate cards were coming out.
Yeah.
And people had a problem with it because they were like, this person is too proud. How can they think people can pay them this much? What would you say about that? Do you think this is something like a problem artists created for themselves?
Exactly, because you find an artist, maybe ako financially ayuko poa. So then there's a club imeku approach, wamekwambia tuko na hii pesa, na if you won't take this money, we will take this other artist ako ready kuchukua hiyo pesa, So na wewe unaangalia umetoka home, hakuna hata shopping, or maybe your wife is so unaamua tu kuchukua hiyo pesa. The more unachukua hiyo pesa kidogo, next time hawezi ongeza. They will even wataanza kuambia nao tumekupatia gigs mingi bana tukatie, So I think it's time artists wakae chini, they watengeneze rate card zao mzuri zenye unajua by the time you're getting a gig, you're going home with something and it makes sense, because you need to dress, you need to record, you need to support your family. So wanafaa watengeneze rate cards mzuri zenye at least mtu akiku approach akienda ku approach artist mwingine zinachezea about the same, yenye haizi kuwa na alternative. Yeah.
And do you think it's important for artists, especially the ones that are upcoming, to have a management team? Because I do understand you can understand talent, you can understand singing, but the business part of music is very different from the singing part of it, or the performance part of it. Because if you don't understand business, I feel that is where most artists fail. Do you think then it's important for them to access these firms that manage people?
So for a firm to manage you, lazima waone input yako. They have to see, if I come to manage an artist, it means I've seen something in the artist na nimeona financially ata bring back to the company. So management is good. It really assists an artist, but it all starts from the artist. Lazima input yake ionekane before somebody aku approach. Yeah. In Kenya, that's how it works. But maybe some places like Tanzania, wale ni company ndio inaona artist mdogo, inamchukua, inamgroisha, then analeta pesa back to the company. So for Kenya, it's good you do you. Ujifanyie kwanza kazi yako, by the time unafika watu wanakuona, that's when the corporate world itaanza kukuangalia, then mwak na wao.
What would you say to an artist who only depends on music? Because I do understand artists like the one that you mentioned earlier, Jay-Z, the people who have businesses and they have put their hands in a lot of things. They don't really just depend on music to make their living. And there's an artist in Bosongo right now who is only depending on music. What would you tell that person?
It's good to venture into some other things, because now music iko na dynamics. Inakuanga na high season, inakuanga na low season. So you need to find yourself something yenye inaweza kupatia pesa during the low seasons. I understand there are people doing only music and they are doing well from here, but there's no harm in expanding your wings. Yeah. Because later in life utazeeka probably, and then you will need
something else.
Yeah. So it's good to spread out your wings, do some other businesses, so that now music ikifika pointi yenye unajua pia sauti inaweza potea. So I think it's good to invest. ikifika hiyo time yenye hauna pesa ama music imeanza kupungua, then now you have something for yourself.
We have gotten a lot of support from people in the diaspora, right? Because they're the ones who stream the most of our music. They're very supportive of artists, which I think the industry has seen. What can you say about that? And do you think artists have appreciated that enough to actually put in the work, or the support has ended up making these artists lazy because they know, you know what, I can just relax here and call someone and be like, you know what, I'm going to record a session and pay it for me, and someone just pays. So the work that normally artists would put in, they don't. So instead they would go, and just ask for things from people.
So the support is good, but it makes the artists lazy. Because now, msee akikwambia nitakulipia session, wewe kazi yako ni kuja tu imbe, hauwezi feel hiyo weight ya kitu umekuja kufanya. But ukikuwa na hiyo pinch ati wewe ndio umetoa hiyo 10 G's umekuja kurecord, hata utapata hiyo mfu ya kupush the song. So those people in the diaspora wanatusaidia, awacha waendelee kusaidia, but they should assist more in maybe in the marketing part of the music, but investing in the music, maybe wainvest wakijua inawarudishia. Wakiweka in the business perspective, it will be better because itajenga pia artists. Yeah, but ikikuwa ni token tu, a token inaweza fanya mtu lazy.
Yes.
Because now that's like easy money. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're running out of time. So I would like you to give like a parting shot to our audience.
To the fans out there, continue supporting us. You're really doing a good job supporting the artists. Continue supporting them, continue streaming their music, continue enjoying our music, because now without the fan, the artists are easy part of anything. Yeah, that's what I can tell them.
That's all we had for you today in this episode. And as you have heard, the music industry is one that you can get into. Everyone is welcome in this space, but you have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent, and you have to be willing to put in the work. My name is Yvonne. Goodbye.